Step 3. Be careful of science-based nutrition articles. During my training to become a registered dietitian, I learned that in order to preach the benefits or tout the harmful effects of a certain food, it has to be based in science. What I quickly came to realize is that science is always changing. Most of the science-based articles I came across concluded that there was not enough evidence to claim whether something could be ruled healthy or not. The definition of science is the pursuit of truth or the state of knowing, which means that just because something's based in science, it doesn't mean that it's actually right. Plus, science is always changing. Here's an example. Procter & Gamble introduced Crisco to consumers in 1911 to provide an economical alternative to animal fats and butter. This vegetable shortening was the first manufactured food product to contain trans fats. In 1912, Paul Sabatier won the 1912 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for discovering the hydrogenation method. His research details the way nickel could be used as a catalyst to create chemical reactions between hydrogen molecules and other compounds. This process of hydrogenation turned liquid oils into a thicker, firmer substance which was less likely to spoil and cheaper to produce and transport than liquid oils. In 1984, advocacy groups started campaigning to get harmful saturated fats removed from fast food chains, and as a result, more restaurants began using trans fats as a replacement for saturated fats. In the 1990s, many studies showed that trans fats actually increased the risk of coronary heart disease, and in 2004, Denmark made it illegal for any food to have more than 2% trans fats. In 2015, the FDA ruled that trans fats were no longer generally recognized as safe and would soon need to be banned from our entire food supply. The World Health Organization wants global elimination of artificial trans fats by 2023. While the science once pointed to allowing the FDA to rule trans fats as safe, the FDA has now retracted their initial statement and has claimed that they are no longer safe for consumption, which means that science can change one year to the next, and we simply don't know what some of these processed foods will do to us long term. On another note, commercial sales of GMOs began in 1994. The most popular genetically modified crops are soybeans, corn, canola, sugar, and cotton. GMOs were developed to offer benefits to the consumer and the manufacturer, such as increased yield, greater protection from herbicides and drought, and enhanced nutrition. A growing body of evidence shows that the claims of many of these benefits are not true, and GMOs have been connected with health problems, environmental damage, and violation of farmers' and consumer rights. The bottom line is that sometimes we have to be wary of science-based information and start using our judgment to make decisions. Keep in mind that manufacturers are not in the food science business. Their inventions are designed to make money. We will never see an apple on Super Bowl commercials. When it comes to food, the science of nutrition is always changing. It was once said that we couldn't eat eggs because they were high in cholesterol. Then we realized that there were two types of cholesterol, good and bad, and that egg yolks contain the bad cholesterol and we should only be eating the egg whites. Then a statement was made that eggs are in fact a superfood, and we're not even sure what cholesterol is or what it does in the body. While the science of nutrition is always changing, there is one thing that will never change no matter what the science says, and this leads us into the first rule of mindful eating: using our common sense to make choices.